basically, see, this is the syllabus for the MEP services. Okay, like you have a different disciplines. Okay, so when you go through, like, there are 8 pages in this particular syllabus. Okay, so the first one is, you can say, AC and ventilation system. So if you go to AC and ventilation, can you see the lot of calculations? Like, you will be
Mm.
doing HAP calculation, fresh air calculation, then
Yeah.
calculation for server room,
Mm.
generator ventilation, transformer ventilation. Have you done all these type of calculations, or only
In
HAP
brief,
calculations?
have fresh air calculation I am doing, and a kitchen ventilation system a little bit we are doing. But then duct size selection I am doing. Then HVAC equipment and accessory selection I am doing. This
Okay,
much.
okay.
Uh, uh, uh,
I understand. Okay, see, when you are working in a building services, okay, you have a different
mm,
type of calculations. Say, for example,
mm,
you have a AC and ventilation, which consists of half calculation, like the thermal load calculation, to describe to define the capacity of the equipment, such as
yeah.
FCU or AHU. Then fresh air calculation.
Uh,
This will be doing as per ASHRAE standard. Okay,
okay.
and the
Mm,
thermal load calculation, you can say ASHRAE, or you can say UAE Green Building Regulations, right? And all the
okay.
calculation is basically based on the some references, like, basically it's ASHRAE, but also we will follow some local standard, like, you can
Uh,
say UAE local, like, safety code. Okay, then the UAE electricity authority regulations, some
mm.
calculations based on the manufacturer, or as per ASHRAE standard. Then
Dubai
kitchen
code.
calculations, yeah, as per DW 172. Then after that,
Mm,
you talk about heater calculation, humidifier sizing, right? There are sometime
mm,
you may require heater, you may require humidifier. So we will know, we will see in what condition you require heater, in what condition you require humidifier. So these are all the things which will come as a part of the AC and ventilation calculation, right?
mm, mm,
Okay.
yeah.
So if you go further down, when you remember, when you approach the civil defense, like, either in UAE civil defense, okay, so you will be doing the smoke management, right, for the building, to
Yeah.
protect from the fire. Okay, or when there is a fire, something happened, when there is a fire protection, or when there is a
Mm,
sprinkler action. So there are a lot of smoke which comes from the fire. Okay, so that to
mm,
be taken out from the building. So basically, we will go through the theory of fire, basics of fire alarm, then the portable fire extinguisher selections, basically. Okay, then
mm,
the car park ventilation calculation,
mm,
corridor smoke management calculation.
mm.
Can I know, have you done this type of calculations, like a staircase lift pressurization system,
I,
battery
I'm
room ventilation?
I am familiar with this calculation, but I didn't do any calculation for any building.
Okay, okay, understand.
Practice.
Okay. So these are the things we will practice, basically. Okay, there are
Okay.
smoke ventilation for the different rooms with hazardous material, flammable material, then fire
Mm,
pump rooms, generator rooms, fire command rooms. Then there is a warehouse. Okay, then there is a clean agent calculation for the cold smoke exhaust. Then duct
mm,
sizing. Okay, then
mm,
when you come to the chilled water system,
mm.
basically we will go through the chiller calculations, like air cooled
Ah,
chiller, water cooled chiller, then the chilled
ah,
water pump calculation, condenser water pump calculations. Okay,
mm,
then the
mm,
chemical dosing unit selections, pressurization unit.
ah, ah,
Then, we will come through all the accessories. What is the purpose of that accessories? How to do the sizing? Okay, how to do the
ah, ah.
selections? So we will be going through all this particular in HVAC syllabus, right?
Mm, yeah.
Okay. Then after that, if you come to the water supply calculations, then we have a different, basically we have a codes and standards. Like, you heard about ASPE standard, American Society of Plumbing Engineers, International
Mm,
Plumbing Codes. So this is the
mm,
reference. So whenever you
ah,
do the calculation, we will be doing the calculation based on this reference. Then we
mm,
learn about source of water, what is the plumbing fixtures. Then,
mm,
I'm not sure whether you have done calculation for water supply, but we will be doing water supply fixture unit calculation, water flow rate calculation, water pipe sizing, hammer arrestor. So these are the things: tank sizing, pump sizing, heater sizing.
mm,
Have you
mm.
done this type of calculations in your?
Yeah, yeah, I did these calculations. Well, normally, generally, at the time of the consultant is asking where to do the generally head calculation is done by contractor only. So at that time, we are
Yeah, you will
doing.
be doing the head calculation, but what about the water supply fixture unit calculation? That is normally contractor will not do, right?
No, no, no. But some projects we have design inbuilt projects are there.
Ah,
So at
okay,
that
okay,
time,
understand. Okay,
we have to do this.
I see. Okay, okay, okay. Right, right. Okay, so then if you talk about drainage calculation, again you will have a drainage fixture unit calculation, then flow rate calculation, drainage pipe sizing, manhole sizing,
Mm,
condensate drain calculation, grey water pipe, to understand what is grey water system. what is black water system, what is the requirement of septic tank calculation, sump pump calculation. So these are all the things we will go through during the drainage calculations. Then we have a water supply calculations. Then if you are interested in fire system design, then we will go through the all the systems. Like we have a two type of system. One is water system, and another one is gas system. So in the water system, you have wet pipe system, dry pipe system, deluge valve system, pre-action system, foam system. Then after that, you have a clean agent such as FF200, NOVAC system. Then we have a inert gas, right? So these
What
are the
about
things
this pump calculation in the firefighting system?
Yeah, that also we will do it. We will do the hydraulic calculations, right?
Hydraulic calculation.
Yeah, we will do that calculation to know the what is the pressure. Okay, the pressure should not exceed more than 11 bar, right? In the firefighting system, so that we will ensure that whatever the pressure we are getting and what is the flow rate, how to calculate the flow rate. So these are the things we will normally we will do it, but like based on some standards, right? So whenever you do the calculations, we will go through some standard, and based on that you will do the calculation. So that this is basically based on the consultant level training. Okay, so when you are working with a consultant, normally you do the calculations. When you get the architectural drawing from the architect, okay, in maybe it is in-house or maybe external. When you get the architectural drawing, you will start preparing all your calculations, right? So that is called the schematic calculations, and then the detailed design calculations. Then going with the manufacturer to size the equipments based on the project requirement, right? So these are the things slowly we will study, right? So say as a consultant level training, basically. Okay, so whatever you are doing, you will be doing based on some references, right?
Okay, so we can submit in an authority or if anywhere. If, for example, if I am working as a contractor level now, so if that consultant is asking for reference, at that time I can submit this reference which you provide in this training, right?
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so
See,
actually,
since I am recording, okay, I will not tell you something, but we will be doing some calculations based on similar to the consultant what other consultant they do that. I can share some sample also for your references, right? So you can see that basically how other consultant they work, okay, how they have submitted the calculation to the authority, how what is the requirement, okay, basically that also we will discuss, right?
Okay. Is there any VRF system calculation, other HVAC systems?
Yeah, VRF system also will explain you how to do the VRF system, how to do the calculations, right? How to calculate the indoor unit, outdoor unit, right?
Any pipe sizing of VRF?
Pipe sizing is normally based on the manufacturer, because this is based on the gases, right? It's not a water, okay? This is based on the gas, and there are some length, the distance restriction is there, length restriction. So that can be done by the software, but we have to prepare the schedule basically. So based on the schedule, they can able to provide you the complete tree diagram. Like when you go to the VRF, one outdoor consists of how many indoor. So that tree diagram they can provide you.
Yeah. Okay.
Clear, right? So basically, see, this training is like normally I will be providing some material. Okay, I will tell you to read, like there are some lot of standards. Okay, I'm not sure whether you are aware of the standard or not, but basically the basic to start with the training, you have to start reading the codes and standards. Okay, so that you slowly you will start reading the codes and standard, then you will understand. Then after that you will understand, you can get idea that how this calculation. See, so say for example, when you do when you're doing some calculations, okay, when I say like a plus b equal to something or some equations, okay, so you can say that this a comes from where, b comes from where, which standard, which codes, so that we can correlate, okay, so that you will have a solid reference, right? So that's what we are going to learn one by one.
Sure. Actually, what about that timing? How it's recorded?
See, basically, this is like it's like a Saturday or Sunday. Okay, we can sit like like we can discuss like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Okay, but it is most of the time you have to start reading. Okay, you'll be start practicing the calculations. I will be telling you maybe in one this classes I will tell you that what are the things you have to read. Okay, so just read and come back, then we can have a next classes, like you can have a practical session. Okay, it's not like I will be taking some classes and I will just finish the syllabus and then you will go. It's not like that. You have to read to understand what is standard, what is the codes. Okay, you do some sort of calculations. So whenever you stuck with the calculations, then I can come online to explain, right? So it is basically as a study. It's like doing assignments, right? Practical training. So that's what we are going to do it, right?
Okay, okay, okay. Right, right.
Clear, right? So
Uh-huh.
let's do one by one, and let's go step by step. What you have to read, what is the standard, just to understand the things before you start with the calculations. Then when you start with the calculations, that just I will send you some YouTube videos to understand, right? So slowly, it is not a urgent, like yeah, see, actually you can finish it in six weeks. Okay, but it's not like we are going to do it in only 6 weeks, but we can take some time to learn the engineering, right?
Yeah,
So
right.
that's what we are trying to do. Each and every syllabus, just to go in depth, try to understand. Say for example, if it's a chiller calculation, okay, try to analyze what is chiller, okay, and what is the chiller components, how it works, each and every component, how it works, right? So what are the
Right.
different type of refrigerants? What is the impact of the refrigerant? Okay, and what is the different type of compressor? What is the different type of pumps we have in the project? Okay, and what is the different type of air separator? What is the different type of say for example pressurization unit? Right. So just we will go in detail. Slowly we will study. Right. So that you will get a solid reference when you are working with a contractor, or when you go to the consultant. So we will learn complete engineering. So slowly we will go. Take your time, okay? It's not a hurry. Take your time and learn step by step. We will guide
Uh,
you. I will guide you to make you strong. That's it. Clear, right?
okay. Okay. Shall we do any super high-rise building, or
Yeah, we will do.
can you tell an
We will
idea?
do. We will do super high-rise building. Yes,
Oh,
we can do the multiple projects. But I will tell
uh,
you the procedure. I can share some of the drawings, some of the references, and
uh,
start working. Okay. See, it is more on in your hand. Okay. I am telling you initially. Okay. So
mm,
you have to
mm,
read a lot of documents, and you
mm,
have to read. You have to do some many assignments. Then only you can become a
mm,
strong in your calculation part. Okay. It's not
mm,
say for example, there are some other institute. Okay, I will tell you some example. I'll be
mm,
telling you teaching you how to do the calculation, everything. And once you
mm,
finish it, say for example, then after that I have seen many of the students, previous students, after some time they forget what I explained them, right? So to make
mm,
it I just want to change the procedure, that do from your side most of the time, like study,
uh,
do the practice. Okay, and whenever you have a doubt, come back with me your clarifications. That is why I started recently. I start doing with many of the students. So they
uh,
ask questions, then I used to answer, like what is the reference, how to do the calculations, okay, and where is the standard. So in that
mm,
way, let's move further, right?
yeah, sure, sure.
Okay, so
Okay.
I hope you are clear with what is our strategy, like the way we are
Okay.
going, right?
So it's a individual classes, or we
Yeah, see, normally it's like individual only, because we cannot mix with many people. Okay, just to
mm,
study that one, like today how we are discussing, like 10-15 minutes. We will discuss when we have a next session. Uh, like we will discuss like 15-20 minutes. Okay, just I will
mm,
explain you what you have to read, what are the things you have to understand. Okay, I will
uh,
give you some
uh,
sample calculations, just same
uh,
from other consultants, similar from consultant calculations. So you can
yeah,
go through that, how they have taken references,
yeah,
right?
sure,
So
sure,
in
sure.
that way, in that, see, the reference is very important. Okay, doing the
Yeah, yeah,
calculation, like you can say 1 plus 2 equal to 3. Okay, it's very simple.
mm,
But where it one comes from, how the two
yeah,
arrives,
yeah.
and
That's the thing.
that references you will learn slow by slow. Clear, right?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, clearly. Actually, for example, shall I share a small experience?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Actually, last time I am calculating this water supply flow rate. So I am just taking a reference for the WSFU value. So
Okay,
when
okay.
I am checking that Abu Dhabi code is there, and I have one more code with me, that is British standard, BS standard. And
Okay,
one is
okay.
both. When I was checking that I am getting, as per the WSFU in the Abu Dhabi code, the flow rate is very high, but when I am taking the BS standard, that flow rate is less. So I am really
Yeah,
confused.
yes, yes. No, 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 it's not, there is no need to confuse actually. It's actually, it's a different standards. Okay. See, basically, whenever you do the project, normally the client will tell you that which standard you have to follow, whether it is maybe British standard or local standard or American standard, they will tell you what standard they have to follow. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So,
But in Dubai, generally a common standard is there, na?
yeah,
Whenever
Dubai
we are doing.
we have a Dubai building code. So we will follow the Dubai building code standard. Okay, so
Oh,
different location we have a different standards. So
uh,
you aware of that also standard, which will help you to work with as a consultant. See, consultant, maybe some client will tell you that follow British standard. Some client will tell you that follow Dubai standard. Sometime client will tell you follow some other standards. Okay, so like international standards. So you have to understand that all the standard to do your calculations.
okay, sir, is there any software included in the means for these calculations? Generally, we are
Uh,
using only
See,
hat
for water
software, right?
supply calculations, yeah, for thermal load, for app calculation, yes, there is a app software that I
Uh,
can provide. Okay,
uh,
and whatever are required softwares we can discuss,
uh, uh,
whatever required. But basically, try to learn theoretical part. Like software is like calculator, right? But try to
yeah.
calculate by means of equations. So when you understand the theoretical part, it's very easy to apply in the software. So software is just feeding the data, and you will get
Mm,
the result, right? That is one
yeah.
part. That is one part. But before do the thermal load calculation, I will explain you each and every equation: how to calculate lighting load, how to calculate equipment load, how to calculate um, envelope, everything. That is the equation. Okay.
Mm,
To
mm,
understand the
mm.
equation, then you do the calculation. That is very easy, right?
Clear.
So basically, we do a little bit engineering. Okay, it's
Yeah.
not just reading something and finishing it, but there are a lot of students still they are studying. Okay, I told them that there is no end. Okay, you can just keep on learning. Okay,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
whenever you have a doubt, there is a group I have made in WhatsApp group. Not this group, what you where you are in the PGR. There is a separate group for each and every discipline. Okay, so where you can ask your questions, they can have a
Uh,
technical discussion, something like that, right?
okay.
Okay, just think about that. Then we can have a discussion in detail and select one
Okay.
course. Okay, then we will go one by one. Okay.
Yeah, sure. So